U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Before the end of October, all users who place an order for FC26 coins on U7Buy for their first order of FC26 coins can enjoy a plus 10% coin bonus. Using my discount code Inception can get an additional 8% discount. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and try out the patch. Listen, people were talking about the R1 dribbling stuff. I barely used R1 dribbling before. Like, I would use it sometimes if it felt natural to me in the moment, but it wasn't something that I was like spamming. So I want to see what this game feels like with the jockey difference. I'm more concerned about like attacking AI and just trying to play football. So well, you definitely notice the difference with the jockey right away. That's for sure. Guys, people are freaking out about the jockey. I'm telling you this right now. I don't really care. Nice. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't really see what the big problem is right now. You guys complaining about the R1 dribbling, that's how I know you guys have an over reliance with mechanics. Like, I'm still using it in natural ways. It's not overpowered. Like, this is the R1 dribbling now. Like, I don't care for that adjustment. Like I said, I never really used it before anyways. Like, my main concern was if they touched the left stick part. I was like, you guys saying they nerfed dribbling? Like, were you guys just R1 dribbling the whole time? Like, I don't get it. I like the jockey feel though. The jockey feel doesn't feel like they overdid it. It's especially noticeable when you're using like a 4-1-2 and 2, because 4-1-2 and 2 is not the most effective formation, but it's fun. First time pass. For that one, nice. I'm enjoying it so far. Like, the R1 stuff I don't care about. I'm gonna be real with you. That part I do not care about. When you guys say dribbling nerf, I thought you guys were talking about like regular dribbles. Like, I don't care about R1 dribbling being nerfed. This is R1 dribbling. Like, I couldn't care less. That's a mechanic I barely use, man. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. What a goal. That was nice. That was really nice. Nice goal. Nice goal. Nice, that was sick. Nice, dude. That was... Let's go, man. There's like attacking AI that's actually like activating in certain places. Let's go. Cool. Guys, you could definitely tell like the drastic change that they did to R1. Like, it's almost like they nerfed it to the ground. Like, you know, when you ask for like certain mechanics to be nerfed to the ground and then like they actually take it seriously. R1 was not one of those mechanics that I talked about in the past with the gameplay changes. I didn't really mention it at all. All I would talk about is the fidget spinning. But that's mainly with left stick. It's not necessarily with R1. That game was delayed, and it was still pretty fun to play. I actually got some attacking AI plays out of some of the players.
What an atmosphere we have here. I absolutely can't wait.
Lovely incisive ball, but it was being tracked all the way.
This jockey change might be like the fix for people doing the spam passes, to be honest.
Could be something on. That's a good ball.
Oh, nice play.
Oh, it's in.
The cutback, but
Get the game.
you can't really complain if your jockey is better, right? Like he just did it is a cutback, but like he did the ball roll to get that extra angle there, so I'm not really against that.
And the momentum is lost. This could be dangerous. Chance for the equalizer.
Nice.
And they've scored. Second.
That was a good attacking play right there.
It's level. Third count. On to Luis Diaz. Promising looking ball. What can they do from here? Chezinho.
Nice.
And it's their game to lose from here.
I mean, guys, I'm like pretty relaxed right now, to be honest with you. Like I'm conceding goals that I'm like okay with too. Like the way he played that cutback angle like was normal.
Third count. In football, can they find the final pass? Really well done. This could lead to something. Guijarro. And the tackles.
To be fair, attacking AI wise, he definitely should be going at an angle downwards there. Kind of let me down because that's why I made that pass right away because I kind of expected that. Guys, like, you know what it is for me, bro? Can I be honest with you? Like, because I never really used R1 before, like, it doesn't affect me the way that it's affecting people. You guys have way too much of an over-reliance on specific mechanics of this game. You do. You guys have an over-reliance. I'm just playing normal football right now. Like, when you guys said that dribbling was nerfed, I was like, bro, did they really touch the left stick? Like, why? You know? And it wasn't, because that's not what they said in the patch notes, right? It was just the R1. Like, okay, the R1 is worse, but like I couldn't care less about that being touched, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like, play football, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I care about that?
Patrick Guijarro. Third count. Chezinho.
There it is.
Another one. Valuable breathing space for them now.
I feel like my attacking AI is like not as bad too. I feel like I'm noticing like more of the onside positions. Like that was like Jairzinho doing the onside the way that he should.
Guijarro.
Oh, look at that angled run. I don't even have him on the like. He doesn't have a roll plus plus. But he did it anyways.
The threat.
Oh yeah. Oh, he moved the keeper.
Well, it just shows reflexes and
Man.
ability to keep that.
Figo. Played in with that. Real opportunity. Still the chance.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm gonna be real with you, man.
A hat-trick. He'll be
It's because of these game modes. I think you guys playing these game modes is you're not experiencing the game for what it's supposed to be. And this is EA's fault, because I really believe that if they formatted the game modes correctly, you guys would have way more fun. But like, yeah, I'm being honest with you.
That's a good pass.
Oh, that would have been so sick. I'm being honest with you, a crazy overreaction for people. And it's an overreaction because I know it's an over-reliance on game mechanics, because I barely use this R1 dribble, and because you guys rely on things to just play in like cringe FIFA gimmick mechanic ways, like, you know what I mean? No offense to you guys, but it's true, bro. Like, I don't care about the R1 change. I did care if they touched the left stick. I was like, no way, right? Like, because the people are saying, oh, dribbling nerf. I'm like, it's not a dribbling nerf. It's an R1 nerf, which, like I said, I don't care about. I don't care about that. Like, that's like a FIFA mechanic anyways, right? But it's the modes though, man. I'm telling you, it really is the modes, because I'm telling you guys, when you use these different formations like 4-1-3-2, 4-1-2-1-2, like, did you guys see the plays that I was able to score with the 4-1-2-1-2 after this patch? Like, I think it's an overreaction like crazy. I'm also noticing, like, because through balls against the counter, it's still really, really effective for sure. But I'm noticing that, like, my manual jockey for like those specific opportunities is better as well. But I'm telling you guys, man, if the game wasn't so like format, like, you should be relaxed the whole time you play. Like, when you concede, it shouldn't be like your life is on the line. Like, you see how I conceded that first goal in drafts? Like, if I was playing division rivals and that's like the first goal that I conceded, even though it was a normal goal, like, you wouldn't really get upset. You're just conceding regular goals, and then you just keep playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you lose 3-0, 4-0, like, you just keep playing. That's the way I feel like the game should be, man.
We'd better be on top of
That's why I tell you guys, the accountant, is this Nate? I wonder. Nice. Guys, they did the attacking AI changes. I'm noticing it. Like, I did a pass there with Bergkamp. He actually did an angled run upwards. I didn't force that one with him.
Coming away with the ball. Lovely weighted pass.
Oh wow, manual defending actually gets rewarded there. Let's go.
A chance to cross here. Teeing up the chance now.
Nice.
Second of the match, leading the
Very
way
nice.
for the team.
It's all over here.
And the forward progress continues with a good ball.
Beauty. A back angle, but you know, he's well positioned for it.
To Luis Diaz. Now there could be a real chance developing. Well, this is mesmerizing to watch. Such good possession.
Oh,
It's the sort of
oh,
finish you can only smile about.
that was nice.
Off the line. Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? Lovely setup.
Ah, he got the finesse shot angle.
And next that. Diaz. Bergkamp.
Nice.
Scored. Second best.
It's a good run right there with him, actually.
Again. Vigo. Luis Diaz. And it's opened up.
There we go. Yeah, so I did see those first time through passes being a big problem on Twitter, because people like the pros they're mentioning, because obviously when you're a pro player you're gonna notice all the gimmick mechanic stuff, right? Yeah, that like 180 through pass is cringe. Like that guy just did it right there, right? Like those are valueless goals to concede, but like I'm not really mad. It's like, whatever, you know, you just move on to the next game. This is what I'm saying. Like, if you concede valueless goals like that, but the game modes are proper, it's just a game that you lose and you're like, okay, well, you know, lose to gimmicks, but we move on to the next match. Like, that's like where it's way less stressful. No quantity amounts. Right now, I'm going to try some games. No longer an RTG, okay? Because I need coins on both accounts because, for instance, they're dropping Pogba. I need to be able to do reviews. For a card like Pogba, so because I think the review account will have the card in the CDM position, but then this account will have him in the cam position. See what a game is like in Elite Division, though. I'm curious. 4-4-1-1. We're still trying, seeing what the vibes are with this. 4-3-3 from this guy. Yeah, 4-3-3. Player of the month, Mbappe. I have him on the review account, but like that's for a video. To do that SBC normally is like pretty crazy. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Nice. A good run by Salma there. We needed that. Nice. Wow. Go Claudia Pino. See the kickoff. Good first one right there. I still feel like because of how this game generally plays out, like the through balls are still pretty effective. Like, I'm not saying it in a way where it's like, oh my god, you know, but like they just are. So you just have to be like very careful of those. So right now, guys, what it feels like is that it's harder to notice the jockey because like you deal with inconsistent gameplay, right? So it's harder for me to like really notice it as of right now, just because of the way that the gameplay feels. But like when I was playing draft earlier, I was noticing the difference in like a more positive way, because it feels like when you use formations that are not as meta, when there's like so much of an open space in the middle, it feels like you can kind of transition a little bit better to like block out those sort of situations, right? This formation though, like it might have to be changed. Like it still feels pretty good, but because that's like generally how the meta plays out, but you know. Like right now with the way that the gameplay feels, I definitely feel the left, like it feels like with the inconsistent gameplay on this patch, because this game's broken, right? The left stick specifically feels weirder as of right now for the quote unquote worst version of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that like weirdness to it, but I'm not upset. You know, like I said, I never really used I never really used R1 dribbling before. I don't really care if it's been nerfed. Like if I have to like utilize regular left stick stuff, like that's what I care about more. I just need to see like attacking AI. If there's no attacking AI, that's where I have a big problem, right? If someone's parking it and they use one CDM, I don't care about that. I need the attacking AI to be good. I need space to be utilized properly, you know? How many points do you get for elite? So you get elite and then what? 4 points. God, what a good change, man. 4 points. Man, like, oh, dude, what I would do for this to be the normal competitive mode, I'm telling you, man. And guys, like, this is hard. This is harder than chance, but like, bro, if you play Elite Division and you lose, who cares? Go on to the next game and try to win the next game. There's no quantity amounts in this. It's so much. You would think, oh, it's like really sweaty. Like, yeah, sure, but your games don't carry as much weight, you know? Like, bro, 4 points for a win? Oh my god, this like whoever did that is a person who makes video games, man. I'm telling you, like, oh, it bothers me more for the other modes. It really does. It does, man. It bothers me more because it's like, bro, that's such a good change, man. Like, imagine if you had like a good side mode, tournament mode, like divisions, whatever, you know. And I can, oh, I could finally find a game. Holy, I couldn't find a game for a life of me. This is such a good change for rivals, man. This is awesome change. I don't feel as stressed. I'm like conceding goals. I'm like, you know, this is where video games should be. Play, get whatever you can. You know, sometimes you'll play a game where it might feel a little bit unfair, like that draft game, 2 through balls from first times. Like, okay, you know, it is what it is. EA still hasn't fixed this part though, eh? The lagginess from the beginning. Holy, a lot of lag, my boy. That's a lot of lag. People do have some pretty crazy teams in this division though. I put coins in this account, by the ways, just for player reviews. Like whenever I feel like doing it on this account, and the player lock, I would take out like crazy. Holy, I hate that mechanic. Just looking at it irritates me. Oh, that was a good utilization of his boost right there. I can't even lie. I don't know what he did to get the boost there, but he got it. Guy player locks absolutely everything. Holy, I hate that mechanic. Just ugly to look at too, like, oh. At least you're getting rewarded for those. Good. Yeah, you see the bad gameplay though, how sloppy it is. It's like, I'm telling you, like the left stick specifically for the patch, and this is where people are gonna be like, oh, it's slower. It might be just inconsistent gameplay you're dealing with right now. Just for now. I don't know like if it's like this in general. But there's like, you could see that the dribbling is like way more delayed and stuff. Nice, Claudia Pina. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh god, I hate it. I hate looking at it, man. I hate it. They only added that because new gen had such bad like attacking AI for such a long period of time. They had to add it. They're like, oh, we literally have no attacking AI. We got to do something. Yeah, it can't give that space there, especially from a kickoff. Nice. 4-4-1-1 is still pretty good. Just makes sense because of the balance of attack and defense, right? Oh, don't get rewarded for that one though. Like right now I can't jockey. Like I'm not gonna notice this jockey change because I can't jockey. I literally can't. You could see that you can literally see it with your own eyes that they're like very loose. It's hard to like, it's like how it was before. This is why when they do like gameplay changes, it's hard to like see sometimes because everyone's always going to be experiencing something different. Nice. That's a great run by De Jong. Fantastic run there. Bro, it almost, you know what it feels like? This is why it's really hard to like judge the gameplay. Like it feels like they reverted the jockey back like as I was playing it. But like I said, it's hard to tell because it could be inconsistent gameplay, right? It really could be. Nice. Wow, still a good tactic, man. Look at that. Yeah, but the jockey thing, like if the gameplay feels rough, I don't feel it. My players are moving like crazy. Like very loose. It's very hard to like kind of control it, which to be honest with you guys, like if like the bad part of it, like I'm still okay with playing. Like you see me raging, I'm not really like mad right now, you know what I'm saying? I still hate these mechanics. Some of the stuff man, player luck I would never have added. Like they did some good changes to the attacking AI. I'm noticing that a little bit more too. A little bit more movement from the players, which I like. Like De Jong making that one run, like that was solid. I will say technical will be a little bit more of a pointless play style. Like this is technical, right? Like that's like heavily nerfed, which I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't care. I barely use that mechanic anyways. But it's like it's nerfed to the ground though. Like that was one of those mechanics that they're like, yo, we want to take this out, you know? My match result is currently under review. He might have hacked me. Maybe. Or match review is like they're gonna say if I got the win, right? Is that how that works? Yeah, so honestly, like taking inconsistent gameplay into consideration, people are overreacting about this patch so far. This is me playing in the Elite Division. I'm not really getting super pissed off. I just don't like player locks and stuff. You guys know how I feel about that mechanic. I'm okay, to be honest. My dribbling feels rough right now. My jockey feels rough right now. This is definitely bad gameplay, for sure. Let me see. Oh, I think I got the loss for it. I think maybe he switched or something because I just got 2 wins, right? Unless it's like the game is registering whether I got the win or not. Because yeah, it might have been a hacker, to be honest. Okay, guys. So final verdict on the patch. Like we're doing a player review. Okay, listen. I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I possibly can. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys for a second, okay? I'm not gonna fully say at 100% capacity that you guys are overreacting because I as a person, especially as a person who has talked about it for many years, I cannot ignore the fact that we deal with an inconsistent gameplay. So people that don't know better, they're gonna come and say the game is slower. My dribbling feels worse. My this feels worse. My that feels worse. No. Please stop coming here and saying your game feels slower. You're dealing with inconsistent gameplay. If you're playing it right now to try out the game, a lot of people are on the game right now to try it out, right? This is always the general time period that there's whatever congestion. I'm not going to say server congestion because it affects the offline too. You guys know this. By now you should, okay? So I'm not going to 100% say that. I'm gonna 50% say that. People are overreacting on Twitter like crazy. I'm not really sure why. I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain my logic, okay? Because I'm gonna explain to you what this gameplay feels like after this patch, okay? Let's talk about the main things. The technical dribbling. I want you guys to imagine this, for those of you that have not played the game yet, okay? What they did to technical dribbling is that they basically made it irrelevant. That's what EA did. I never really talked about technical dribbling before. What I talked about mainly that was a concern with dribbling is fidget spinning. Fidget spinning does not mainly come from R1 dribbling. I see that on the Twitter log. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It doesn't come from R1. It comes from, and there's a video of me doing this in the gameplay discussion. Bing, 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 bing. That's what fidget spinning is, okay? So that is not coming from R1 specifically. That's bing, bing, bing with the left stick, okay? What they did to technical dribbling, though, guys, imagine it like this. Imagine EA made a new football game, and you know how they removed time finishing? Imagine that EA was like, we're going to remove controlled sprint dribble. That's basically what they did, because left stick dribbling a lot of the times is better than using the technical dribbling right now. So these players like Bonmati, Lamine Yamal, these guys that have technical plus, I'm going to assume that they're going to go lower, right? Because that playstyle plus, it almost feels worthless. Almost. Like I still use it sometimes, but it is it's one of those things where it's like, you know how we're at when I talk about like player log, for instance, I'm like, either nerf this mechanic to the ground and just make your attacking AI better. Bro, the R1, EA, I don't know who EA like listened to for the R1, but they listened to someone that must have been really passionate about it. And they were like, yo, nerf it to the ground. And EA is like, we're going to nerf it to the ground. But can I be honest with you guys? I'm not against the change. I'm not. If you were to tell me that that EA made a new game where they just took out R1 dribbling, I wouldn't care. I'm going to be real with you. Like, when I saw that on Twitter, you know what my reaction was? I literally couldn't care less because I barely used that mechanic. But I know that you guys were, because I know what you were doing. You were using the technical up against a jockey that was hard to jockey. So you know that your pace on the sprint dribble is what got you into those linear attacking play opportunities. You guys know which one I'm talking about. For those of you that understand the patterns of the game when it comes to attack, the left and the right side of the 18-yard box, just on the inside of those, you would use that just to go past the defender and then to shoot, right? That Wilson one is some sort of variation of a speed boost. I don't know what speed boost he did there. It might have been just like him pressing R2 twice. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was a pretty crazy one with Wilson there, right? But hey, he just utilized the speed boost well enough to score that opportunity. Can I really complain about it if they technically change the manual jockey? Not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. If I block that area a certain way, maybe I can block that out, right? Whatever. So to me, I couldn't care less about the technical change. I barely use that mechanic. For me, I would still personally use Bonmati and Lamine Yamal. I just wouldn't use those mechanics specifically. I would just focus on their attacking AI and playing regular football and focusing on left stick dribbling and all that kind of stuff, right? Now, remember, okay? I'm going to tell you guys this right now. There is like a new form of left stick dribbling working with the inconsistent gameplay. Because remember, EA, when they make core gameplay mechanic changes, they are building off of a broken thing in the game, which is bad versus good gameplay. That's what they're doing, right? So I'm telling you this right now from my experience of playing the game just now. There is like a new left stick that feels different in the bad gameplay than it did before. I never had that version of a left stick, right? Did I care that much about it? Not really, right? Like I said, the bad gameplay this year is probably like the more enjoyable one compared to like the previous years. Should I still be talking about this to this day? No, because if I play later today at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., maybe the left stick will feel better, blah, 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 right? But guess what? When your gameplay is bad, the left stick dribbling and the jockey system goes hand in hand, because in those games I just played in Rivals, if you told me in that moment that EA reverted it to the old way that the jockey system worked, I would believe you. But because I have this experience for 10 plus years talking about inconsistent gameplay, I know that that's me playing a bad gameplay for that specific moment because it's happening to both the left stick and the jockey system. So again, later on today, maybe if I play the left sticks a little bit better. So please take that into consideration. Don't come here and tell me that the gameplay feels slower for you. That's just you playing the game in the morning when it's always the busiest from a new patch that people are curious to try out. Okay, this is the common theme every single time they drop a patch. So like I said, technical dribbling feels like it's been nerfed to the ground. The jockey system in these two rivals games, I wasn't able to notice it that much because of playing in inconsistent gameplay. Where I noticed it more was when I was playing draft. And to be honest with you guys, where I noticed the jockey system being more of a positive change is for formations that are not as meta in the game. So I was playing a 4-1-2-2 draft. The 4-1-2-2 felt better to use because I felt like I was able to jockey better with that formation, which is so helpful because those formations compared to the 4-4-1-1, the 4-2-3-1 wide, they're more open in the middle. But if you can transition left and right with them a little bit better, it's way more usable to work with, right? When you're like manually defending those sort of situations, because you're still attacking against an open defense, but the jockey allows you to use those formations more, which is great because the 4-1-2-2 is actually a really, really fun formation to use on the attack, which you guys saw from the highlights. So I like that trade-off for that specifically. Where it could present to be a little bit more of a problem is obviously when someone is parking the bus like hardcore, but there is also another thing to mention on top of that, and I personally noticed this, and this is where, like, during the gameplay, I was kind of thinking, like, oh, maybe if I use the different formations, I would be able to utilize space a little bit more. I'm noticing a little bit more better attacking AI plays. Like, I was able to utilize some space with my center mids that they would never have utilized before. I did a pass with Bergkamp where he decided, not me, like I mentioned in the attacking AI video, not me having to flick my right stick to the top right. No, I test this. I test this to see if they do a logical attacking play after I make a pass, the explosiveness after making the pass, right? Where I made the pass backwards to Bergkamp and he did a diagonal run upwards. Yes, that's exactly where you should be going. I'm looking at it in my mind and I'm like, that's how he should utilize that space, and that's exactly how he did it. Don't get me wrong, there's still some spaces that could be utilized a little bit better for sure, but I noticed an improvement in that area specifically as well, right? So yeah, when people talk about like the left stick being the left stick dribbling being different, like yeah, I just experienced a different version of it, but I am playing in bad gameplay, right? But the bad gameplay this year is not as comparable as previous years, right? And that's playing two rivals matches where, unfortunately, that last guy definitely hacked. I don't know, a little switch or something as he was playing, could be one or the other, or EA server, I don't know, but it was something where I didn't get the win for it, right? What else is there? It was jockey, attacking AI. The passing, I think the passing, they just want you to do more logical passes from like the way that your player is facing, the types of dribbles you're coming off of. So that type of stuff is fine. I don't really find too much of an issue with that. Some of the through passes are still way too assisted, way too much. But I can deal with that because they did the jockey change. So like I said, I even mentioned that before the patch came out, that's like the counter to it. It's like if I can jockey better to deal with that, I'm okay with it as like a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just felt like some of the other formations were way more usable. I was getting like more attacking AI plays out of them, like the 4-1-2-2, the 4-1-3-2. Like 4-1-3-2 is definitely not one of the meta formations, but it's a really fun formation to play with. You could score some really cool opportunities with it. The problem is when you have to defend, and that blob of space that exists in the middle is a little bit too crazy. So you have to like defend a certain way to be able to use a formation like that, because you only have the one CDM, and then the guy that's playing in the center mid position is more, they're kind of like playing like a box to box in a way. Like they still like act like a center mid, but it's just not two guys next to each other. So that defensive setup is a little bit weird. Excuse me, with a 4-1-2-2, it's different because a 4-1-2-2, it's a CDM, but two center mids on the sides that are able to block out that sort of position. So like what you don't get in the defense sometimes with width and sometimes narrow, because you don't have two congested midfielders, like two CDMs or two center mids from a 4-4-1-1. You get on the attack. Like the attack is so much fun on a 4-1-2-2. It really is. We'll definitely make a video for that one as well. But long story short, I'm not really as passionately angry as you guys playing this game. I can't fully 100% blame you yet, though, because I don't know what your version of bad gameplay feels like. If you know what you're talking about, then I understand what you're saying completely, because EA is never going to be in the clear when it comes to that specifically. But do I think that people are overreacting with the R1 dribbling? Yeah. It honestly feels like what they did with time finishing. Like, you know how they removed time finishing? they just made technical dribbling not a thing, basically. What I would actually do, to be honest, because it's so like, it's almost useless, is that I would probably replace the playstyle, take it out, and put a different playstyle on some of those cards. I'm being real with you, because that's how, like, I'm not gonna say that's how irrelevant it is, because there's some moments where like I was using it with Vitinha on the technical dribbling and it was like okay, but you could tell that it's not like you know when you give like pinged pass playstyle to somebody, like you notice pinged pass is crazy, but with technical, like he has it and it's useless, you know what I'm saying? But like that part of it, I'm not against or care about, you know? It's more like the gaming variable where it's like, why is this even a play style now, kind of thing. Like it's like they should have done that before the game even came out, and then they gave players like Lamine, Bonmati, all those guys like a different play style plus. Like that's what it feels like right now, right? But yeah, is there anything else to talk about? Like the jockey will maybe be more of an issue for Park the Buzz. But guys, if you play it, listen, this is what I'm saying with the game modes. I know I'm a broken record, I really am, right? But if you play division rivals and you play in the elite division and you face someone like that, then like it is what it is for that game. But then you just move on to the next game and try to win that one. You know what I'm saying? But like that concept, it doesn't exist because of this. You know what I would do, bro, with this mode? Oh, you guys know my hatred towards that mode. You see all these options here? Imagine rush, thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. This stuff, I don't know what this is. Oh, challenges, I think is for the lower division people. So, you know, yeah, God. You see what I'm saying? They have a challengers mode for the low division people. Like these two modes are replacing something that could be amazing here. Oh my God. Oh God. World Cup mode for the tournament, not the World Cup. It doesn't have to be Portugal, France, and all this stuff. Just the format of it, or divisions with coin rewards or something like that. Just like, you know. You want to keep challenges for the lower division people, sure, whatever. But this mode, oh brother, I would, if I could like physically go into a game, grab it, twist it, yank it out. Oh my God, what I would do with this mode, no one could stop me with this. If I was a dev, I don't care if you guys agree with it or not. Oh, I'm telling you guys, your experience would be so. Oh, your experience. Imagine like you know what I think about it. I have a video game mindset because of other games that I play, right? It'd be nice. You go, oh, where is it? Over here? Is it? It's this one. I don't know where these cards are. I don't know if they still exist. They're probably done, to be honest. Oh, they're still there. You see these cards right here? You see the options of the modes. Squad battles, rivals, champs, or live events. Imagine if champs wasn't the option and it was just divisions or a tournament mode. Imagine that. Imagine how much more fun you would have playing with this. Imagine how much fun I would have playing a separate mode online. Okay, sometimes I face a guy that has a full meta team. Who cares? Lose, move on to the next one if the guy is good with that meta team. And then minimum 6 players in your starting 11. Do you know how much fun that would be? Why would I want to do this doing rivals in the elite division or champs? Live events, there's so many live events where I do one game and it's done. But imagine a separate mode. You know how much fun I would have trying to unlock this card? My head is heating up just thinking about the logic behind their modes, man. Oh, I would grab a twist, boom, out of there, man. I'm telling you I would. And then these ones too, same thing, bro. Imagine like win 12 out of 20 matches in the World Tour Superstars. I don't know what this one is, to be fair. This might actually be a good one, but it's these ones, man. Because their regular mode is to play squad battles. That's what, oh my God, I don't want to play against AI, EA, please. I don't mind it being in the game, but like, please, this is not your regular mode. How many years do I have to tell you? When that World Cup mode came out, if anybody remembers when I streamed it, bro, that's the only mode I played. It was so much fun to use different teams constantly. People were complaining. Bro, the FIFA community is a different breed. What you guys complain about, I'm telling you, this is why EA has to kind of like put their foot down with certain things, right? People were complaining back in the day that it was too easy to pack all the players from the World Cup mode. Do you guys remember that? Oh my God, bro, some people, man, I think some people are actually brain dead. Why would you complain about getting different players and then being able to play the video game the way that it's meant to be played? Oh, because there's no grind factor. Brother, who cares? Play the game. Use 8 different teams. That's the best part of it. Other than the fact that like these modes irritate me, even though I like this, like listen, me, bro, if it was me, W mode. I could imagine myself playing this with Nick or something just for fun, you know, like just for the heck of it, of doing like the objectives and all that stuff, right? W mode, good change this year, right? The amount of wins. I would have 8 points right now if that guy didn't hack me, but W change, right? The guy hacked me. Am I pissed off about it? Sure. In regards to not playing the one game, I saved myself one game. Sure. In that sense, sure. Should you have a reporting system in your game that should give me the win and it should be able to analyze that that guy's a hacker? 100%. I don't know why you don't have that yet, right? Fantastic. Rivals, nice. This, if you want to keep for the lower division people, sure, why not? This, I'm like imagining myself just grabbing it, twisting it, bang, you know, like, and then this is fine too. It's quantity amounts, which sucks. I don't like the quantity amount stuff, right? But the concept of the mode is fun. I think you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not like the most fun you guys had playing with silvers? Because I haven't done this yet. I haven't done this a single time, but I think there's one that has like a silver one in it. That's like the new thing right now. I'm sure it's super fun playing with silvers, especially because of the change to shooting. Like you don't need a player that has like 90 finishing to actually score. Like you could use a player that's sentimental to you and cook with it, you know? That's fun to do silvers and stuff. And then you have draft on the side. Yeah, it's a mode you pay for to play, but it's cool to have on the side to be able to have fun with, you know? Even though we got hacked on like 4 times on it. 4 times we got hacked. Not on this account because this is the well, not the RTG accounts, not RTG anymore. You see the amount of coins. I don't get that from RTG. I just needed to get 2 content accounts because Pogba's coming out. I need to be able to do both on each account, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. Gameplay wise, guys, I'm not as passionate. I think a lot of people will never be able to fully enjoy this game because of the way that it's formatted. It's too sweaty everywhere, you know? Because if you got bored of playing Rivals because it's too sweaty, oh my god, like I'm just thinking about having a tournament mode where I can go and grind a Zebu right now. Oh my god, I'll have so much fun with my Portuguese players. Oh, I don't even like thinking about it. I don't even like thinking about it, bro. What am I going to do? Do that in Rivals right now in the Elite Division? Am I going to do that in live events where sometimes you have a live event where I can only play with the squad one time? You guys get what I'm saying, bro? Like it's like you're there, EA, especially with your core mechanics this year gameplay-wise. It's like actually decent this year. But it's just the modes, man. I just don't understand. Like, you guys added this and you're scared to take this out? Brother, you basically nerfed technical dribbling to the ground where it's not even a mechanic anymore. You're going to have players that have the playstyle plus of it when it's almost like whatever, right? You took out time finishing. Like, yeah, you're there, man. You guys had some cojones this year. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I'd have so much fun, bro. I could just grab my Portuguese players and go and grind a Zebu. Grab my... What are the challenges for these other things here? Let me see. Is it live events? No, it's seasonal, I think. What's the Garincha one? Score in 15 separate using a... That's not as bad. What is this one? See, this one would be fun too, man. Look at that. Even that one would be fun. 6 Brazilian players in your starting 11. Sure. Sure as heck ain't gonna do it in Rivals, Champs, and live events, though. Oh, but then you have squad battles, though. You can do it in squad battles. No, man. You can still keep squad battles as an option, EA. You can. But please, man, non-line mode, please. Let me play Rivals, grind it out, get my rewards, call it a day, and have fun, man. Please, man. You did such a good change to Rivals this year. You did. It's not that many wins for the Elite Division. So it's fun. You start the game, you grind to Elite. Once you hit Elite, you get your wins. Once you get your wins, it would be the best balance. It would. Because if you had that other mode, if the other mode was too sweaty for people, they would go back into Rivals and try to get better at the game. If you're in Division 6, 5, 4, you try to get better, right? It's a little too sweaty for you. Okay, go back into the tournament mode. Go back into divisions. That's divisions 10 to 6 or 5 to 1, you know, like the matchmaking wise. Like something like that, man. Anything but this. God, ever since 17, man, you guys, people were against me so much about this mode. But listen, this mode has ruined this game because the fun of FIFA is to be forced to use different things. Objectives that are telling you use 6 Portuguese players in your starting 11 and win games and score goals. That's fun. That's why I like draft so much this year. Draft reminds me of playing divisions from back in the day. I used to have 8 different teams. I would never use the same squad more than twice because it would be boring. If I have to do that for Rivals right now and I have to use my most meta team, I'm totally okay with that. but let me have something else to play. If I want to go grind a Fabio Silva evolution, let me do that. Evolutions, how do they work? Do they at least let you do these in Rush? Because the fact that Rush is not an option is... like, I don't know how to search evolutions. I never do them for content. Evolutions. What was, like, the things here? Okay, at least for this, you guys have Rush for this. Okay, at least. At least, man. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm not fully against you. You have Rush for this, at least. Okay. Good. Someone with brain cells. Whoever did that, you have brain cells. Thank you. L2 guy for sure. That's it, guys. That's my opinion on gameplay. That's the opinion on the game itself. This is the record for the RTG account. Those coins were not utilized yet. This team is basically what I had before. RTG, not RTG anymore, okay? Because those coins are not from RTG. No chance I would get those coins from RTG. The way that the rewards work right now is 0 chance. I just need the coins to do content, man, okay? If there's ever, like, gimmick mechanic stuff that you guys find that you find to be garbage, like right now, I know for a fact that that first time through pass that I lost in the draft, again, if you lose a game like that in Champs, you get way more annoyed. If I lost it in Rivals, it's like, okay, the guy wants to use the rat mechanic, whatever, right? You move on. Should that be nerfed to the ground 180 through passes like that? Yeah, they're pretty crazy. It's that one and lob passes. I don't know why they haven't really touched those ones yet. Because those are super valueless goals. Like, those are like the gimmick ones that like you could be against for sure. But under the right circumstances, under the right game modes, you just wouldn't care as much, man. You wouldn't. You would just lose a game. Oh, trash goals, whatever, you know? Goes for you too. Sometimes you win a game 3-2, but 2 of your goals were garbage. Whatever, you move on to the next game. That's like that's the best joy of any game that you play. And EA has that concept the most, and they just refuse to utilize it. Let's do quantity amounts in Champs. Oh my god. But yeah, a lot of outrage for this patch. I'm not with that opinion. I'm going to be real with you. For me personally, nah. I'm not. People are freaking out the most. They're saying dribbling patch, dribbling change. Again, I will let you know about the left stick if I play later in the day or I play another day where it's better to utilize. Right now, it's definitely inconsistent gameplay. That's why it feels that way. It's a new version of the left stick, to be honest, right? But dribbling being nerfed, you can't generalize dribbling. You guys are giving me the impression that you used a lot of R1 dribbling before. I barely use that mechanic, so it's almost negligible to me when I was playing the game, to be honest with you. Because I'm just trying to play football, pass and go, pass and go, pass and go as much as possible. Sure, you still score the cutbacks because that's the main meta of the new gen. You cannot avoid it. But you can still score some cool opportunities from time to time. That's pretty much it, guys. People are freaking out on Twitter, and I was like, oh, here we go, right? And then I played the game, and I'm like, yeah, people are freaking out because they like to like abuse a certain mechanic, to be honest with you. Like, it's such a negligible mechanic to me. If EA were like, yeah, we took out controlled sprint speed in the beginning of the year, I'd be like, all right, cool. Is your left stick better, though? Is the left stick actually, like, good? Because you could still utilize, like, the L1 quick dribble to the side and stuff, so, like, okay, cool, whatever. It was kind of good though to use some of these formations. Like I really noticed it in the 4-1-2 and 2, like the attacking AI for the center mids. I'm like, oh my god, they're actually utilizing space properly. Strikers utilizing it properly too. I was like, okay, you know. So I guess the only main concern again is just parking the bus, using one CDM, and defending that way because the jockey is better. But little bit of a trade-off because the attacking AI is actually activating nicely in certain situations. I'll tell you this right now though, guys, when someone is parking it, if you actually want attacking AI, a lot of the times it's not going to be the wide formations against these guys specifically. Like, you kind of have to use a different formation sometimes. The only problem is that it's not like back in the day. Back in the day, if I switched to a 4-1-2 and 2, because I was able to and I didn't need rolls, I would be able to utilize the middle space a little bit more from attacking AI, right? But you can't really switch to a 4-1-2 and 2, because how are you going to do that if your formation initially starts in a 4-4-1-1? You know what I'm saying? Like, video game wise, it was better back in the day to be able to understand what type of tactic you needed in the exact moment. But listen, man, if I come up against someone that parks the bus and uses one CDM and he wants to be a little rat, it is what it is. I'll try my best to hopefully get some nice attacking AI plays if something like that happens. And if I lose, then hey, if it's through division rivals and I can just lose and move on to the next game, I'm down. But if you have champs and people are doing that because they sacrifice their souls just to get rewards because they're a bunch of rats, then that's a different thing entirely. I'm telling you guys, EA are still responsible for the rats because these modes should not exist. But yeah, long story short, it's like, honestly, like even to deal with the kickoff, the positioning, like they can still be effective, but I can see like more of a positive change to it. So the corner kicks, I think people can still score them sometimes, but again, you can see a change to it, so it can maybe happen less. Like those ones, I didn't feel like I was on edge as much. Like the kickoff could still be effective, but like it wasn't like before. Like before, the way that the middle opened up was like way too much. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys because you guys know I always do. The people freaking out about this patch because of the R1 dribbling, you guys gotta get a grip. I'm like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know why you care that much about that mechanic. Sure, it does feel useless to have as a playstyle now. That's the weird part of it. For some players to have a playstyle plus of it, when honestly, if it was up to me, I would probably replace the playstyle plus of those cards. But if you're playing regular football, regular left stick, regular passing, and you're just using the left stick to dribble with players like Bonmati and Lamine Yamal, they're still going to do well. You just can't technical with them. Like that part has felt like it's been nerfed to the ground. Like it doesn't even feel like a mechanic in the game anymore, you know? That's what it feels like. But like I said, I didn't care about the R1 stuff. I barely used it before. People just did it because they want to do that same linear attacking play all the time. And the manual jockey change, I'm going to say this right now, because even in the video, it didn't look super drastic. It feels okay, man. To be honest, I've seen people freaking out about that too. I could see where you would freak out about that if someone is really parking the bus. Again, with the change of modes, it'd be a little bit better. But like I said, when I was using these other formations, I felt like the formations felt more usable. Like I had like Eder Militao in that draft, Saliba in that draft, and I was like, oh, this feels nice. Could I feel that in the two Rivals games that I played? No, it felt like it reverted, right? But that's just me dealing with inconsistent gameplay, right? We always have to consider that as well when it comes to this game. So yeah, I'm not as passionate about people disliking this patch. I just played Rivals games. I was still okay, to be honest. And I was playing with a 4-4-1-1 as well. It was still okay. Pina still plays well because she has a driven shot. It's not even necessarily about getting that first drag touch with her. Having the driven shot is crazy. Like you could score some really crazy opportunities that way. And the attacking AI change was helpful too, because like I said, you could even see my De Jong sometimes making good movements. You still have some adjustments to make, EA. There's still some, but I like that when I make a pass, sometimes you make angled runs in the right areas. Like I was noticing it a lot for the 4-1-2-2 specifically. Like that formation might actually be really fun to play now. It's just a problem defensively with the 1 CDM in the current meta. If I had different modes, that'd be the only formation I'd play with, to be honest. That formation is so fun. But yeah. I'm not, like I said, people on the Twitter feed were complaining about the R1 dribbling so much, and I'm just sitting there like, is that the main thing that breaks the game for you guys? Is it that in the manual jockey? Is that the main thing? Is this how I know you guys, like, you're too used to using mechanics of a game rather than just trying to play football? I'm with you for the manual jockey when someone is parking it and just using 1 CDM. That part, I got you, bro. I'm 100% with you. But like, generally speaking, it's not as bad as you're making it out to be, man. It's like... That's all. How much were you guys using the R1 dribbling before? Were you using it that much? Brother, do attacking plays. You could probably do it a little bit more now because of the small attacking AI adjustments that they did. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. My opinions are my own. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, if 90% of you guys were complaining about the patch and I liked it, I would just be like, hey, I don't really care. So guys, just to end off the video, just make sure that you guys are understanding what I'm saying, okay? When it comes to the R1 dribbling part of the card. I'm going to be real with you. This is just me being honest, okay? I don't care for this mechanic. And it being basically removed from the game is negligible to me, okay? Is it weird for it to be a thing in the game and then to have a playstyle plus like this? Yeah, because... it feels like it's nerfed to the ground. Like the way that these guys play with the playstyle plus on it, it's like you were using it without the playstyle plus. Like if you're looking at it in your head. But as I mentioned, for me personally, I don't care. I'm being real with you guys. For me, I don't care. It's not a mechanic that I brought up that much. Is it a mechanic that like because this is what basically happened. They removed it from the game. That's what it is. Like it's there, but it's like removed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how negligible it is. Like I'm not losing sleep over something like that. For me personally, I'm not. For the variable of this game as a video game to have that as a mechanic and then to have playstyle plus, that part is pointless because of how much they nerfed it. But I am not upset at EA for doing whatever they wanted to do to that mechanic. Like nerfing, like basically removing that mechanic, I don't care. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, and at least this is coming from me because you guys have watched my gameplay before. How often did I use that mechanic before? Like, I'm not gonna say rarely, because sometimes I would do it with Vitinha, sometimes, but not in like the overpowered way. Because the overpowered way, do you see where like Pacho is standing and Marquinhos? People would do like a half circle sprint control in that area. Like, you know how Wilson did her the speed boost and scored against me? That's what people were using the controlled sprint for, was in that area specifically because it was so hard to accelerate with the center backs, right? They would do it there, and then that's how they would score that specific opportunity, right? So like I said, if your intention is to play regular football, left stick normally, pass normally, shoot normally, like if that's what you're doing, I don't like the biggest outrage is R1 dribbling, or like really how much were people using it? That's what I'm thinking of. So like I said, I understand the point of view of like, why is it even a thing if it's on a playstyle plus on a card and it's like useless even when they have it? Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. But if it still remains in the game, if I was EA, I'm going to be real with you, I would just focus like, okay, like some cards as golds, they have technical plus. I would just focus on making sure that promo cards in the future don't have that playstyle. Because unless like, I don't know how you can really utilize it. Like, unless you give like 99 dribbling stats and then it feels slightly better. But like, guys, I'm being real with you. I don't care about the nerf. I'm not even trying to bring it back. I don't care about it. Someone using it and dribbling normally, like, guys, it's like I'm playing FIFA back in the day that doesn't have this mechanic. That's what it feels like. Because they added that as a mechanic. They added R1 controlled sprint as a mechanic. So it's like they removed it as a mechanic. So I'm just playing like older FIFA where it's just like basic left stick, timing your L1 dribble to do a quick cut to the side, like just stuff like that, you know? Or is it quick? Is it L1 or L1? I forget sometimes as I'm playing. I'm pretty sure it's L1 when you're like a little quick cut and then make a pass or something, you know? But for me, I played drafts. I played 2 Elite Division games. Like for me, I was still doing the regular football stuff. The cutback goals that you guys are seeing, that's what the game is. That's what the game is. Right? It's attacker advantage against the defender. The new gen version, I don't know if EA's ever gonna like stray away from that. Like at least like, okay, sometimes I score those goals, right? But then there's moments today where I scored some nice ones. Like in the draft for the 4-1-2 and 2, those center mids were making some sick runs, man. I like when I stand still, doing little dribbles, and I see them making the run, bro. And I love that. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing it like way more now. Like what's going on, you know? So yeah, I'm not as passionate about as people hating on this patch. I would understand if I showed you examples of me playing in like Division 4 or 5 or something, sure. Or if I only play draft. Because draft in general this year is way more fun. Other than the hackers, of course. But yeah. By the way, that guy didn't hack against me. I wanted to bring this up. Someone on Twitter was telling me that games are not completing right now. Like, if you play Divisions, I don't know if it's just a PC thing, but they're just not completing. And honestly, I was kind of like wondering about that because that guy, that's why I said he switched something, because he was clearly still playing when it disconnected. So I was like, he must have like just held his controller and then bang, like a switch, you know, because like he was still playing. It's not like he stopped and then like went on his computer, did whatever he did. Like he was still playing. So I think that's just like a bug right now where you can't complete Division Rival games, because a guy on Twitter just told me the same thing. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say. Is this opinion going to go down well with some people? Maybe not, but I'm going to be real with you guys, man. If you're just playing regular football, I don't really see what the problem is, man. I think most of your problems comes from like the way that these game modes are formatted and how it's just not fun. Because like I'm telling you, man, if you play drafts or you actually use like a fun team under the right circumstances, because that's not really possible in this game, right? I think your experience would be way different. Like I'm okay with using this meta team for rivals just to get my wins and then blah, blah, blah. And then once I'm done, go play with my other teams in another mode that's like less meta, but still usable. Right? So Yeah. Yeah, so these cards, guys, they definitely will go down in price. Like Lamine Yamal's Technical Plus will definitely make him go down in price, in my opinion. But this card will still perform well if you're still playing regular football, because he still has inside forward plus plus, and you could still left stick with him well. But that almost feels negligible. So that's the only weird part of this whole change, right? But do I mind it? No, I didn't care for that mechanic before. It's it's just gonna be the capability of me caring for that mechanic now is gonna be significantly lower because I barely used it before. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Okay, peace out, dudes. Love you guys. We scored some cool goals today, man. To be honest, like, some of them actually hit. So.